Hey guys, welcome back. It's Alon here. Thank you for joining me here again, or if it's your first time, welcome. This is AcornProductions. It's a little community portfolio that we do here together, and we have a strategy that essentially has a few different components, and we're going to try beat the market. Last year we were able to beat the market by, I believe, like 1%, and this year we seek to do something similar, between 20 and 40%. It's essentially quite an aggressive sort of wealth building portfolio, not really looking for dividends or stuff like that, just to get a good solid return. So thank you for joining. Now let's quickly assess the stats. We've gone up a few percent in the portfolio since last week, so it has been a pretty good week. Last week it was just under 1%. It's good to see us in the green. It's been sort of hot and cold these past few months, but as we'll have a look in a moment, there does seem to be a little bit of, I guess, like a trend that might be showing that it's time for us to have a bit of green. We'll get into that in a moment, but pretty much this past week, you guys would know, unless you're watching much in the future, just a little bit of news. They tried to assassinate one of the running presidents in America a few days ago. I think it was like one day ago. Donald Trump, they tried to assassinate him. That was actually a bit of a scare apparently for a lot of the markets, but he's fine. He survived, which is a good thing. I think it would have been quite a shame if he died in that way. That would have been a lot of turmoil all over the world, specifically the US stock market, which is something we heavily invest in. So we can't keep our eyes closed to the fact, we can't just say that what happens in America doesn't affect us, because we're aggressively invested, at least with the stocks that we pick, into huge American companies. So we're also betting on America. So I hope you guys understand that, and that's why it is so important for a lot of people, what goes on over there. I'd love it if it wasn't a if it wasn't a TV show. I think the whole world would, but we have to watch, and we have to brace, and we have to see what's going on, and we have to make our decisions based on that. So the past week's been quite good. I'll be honest with you guys, the strategy to switch to the Magnificent 7 I think has been working quite well. So for the core part of our strategy, we used to have the S&P 500, various indexes, essentially just to track the market. But then I realized that we wanted to beat the market. So instead of just having the indexes, we essentially just invested in the Magnificent 7. So you'll see most of the Magnificent 7 here. So those are the big 7 companies: Meta, Amazon, Google, Apple, all of those sort of companies. There was a video in there too. We sold it when we doubled our money. I think it's getting a bit crazy. I don't know enough, but I don't want to speculate with that one anymore. I do have a point where if we make good profit, I'll sell us out of it when I think it's no longer worth it. But they've been just doing quite well. Like, they're just up 5, 6, 7% a month, it seems like, and it's just a great part of our portfolio. So just reflecting on that, and we've had actually a good month, or should I say good week, for crypto. So this is the generic Bitcoin trend. Now the reason I'm showing Bitcoin is because honestly guys, Bitcoin is the most reliable, trustworthy, like known crypto, and it's like half the market. So the reason most people refer to it so much is a lot of the other ones just follow it. It's like the king. That's what a lot of people think about crypto, that Bitcoin is the king and the market follows. So here we can sort of see, if we just do a really basic line, that it actually seems like Bitcoin is, underpriced right now, with just a line that I guess a 5-year-old would draw. But recently, you can see that it's been coming back down. It's had a downwards trend. So what's interesting is very recently, in like the past week, we've just had a bit of an uptrend. I think it did like 10% in the last week or something like that, which is just quite a good sort of sign to this downwards trend. Could be different, but I'm expecting it probably to reach here. And Bitcoin's just one of those things that I'm really not worried about. I'm not someone that watches it every day. With Bitcoin, it's just a matter of when. In my personal opinion, guys, I've done a video on Bitcoin. I personally believe that, if this thing doesn't go to zero, it's going to keep going up. It's really just a simple equation. The more people want it, the more people agree that it's a store of value, or just a way to, meddle with your finances without, I guess, other people involved, like institutions or governments. As long as there's value in that, then I really see the demand for Bitcoin growing in the future, and the supply isn't going to get better. So, it's a very easy economic formula. But anyway, that seems to be on the way up. So that's what I was talking about before. That's what makes me think that it's going to be a good sort of month for us. This could be the signs of essentially what we've been looking for. So we'll see what happens next week. We'll see how this goes. And we'll see, because we've really got a good little bag of holdings here, whether it's new all-time highs with our Magnificent Seven as they continue to pump away, or if it's finally this post-halving boom from crypto, we're in a good spot to benefit from it. We did just cross pretty much a little bit over half the year, and look, we're at 12%, guys. I'll be honest, I thought we'd be a little bit more, but technically we're on track. We're on track to get 20% a year. I know a lot of my copyers and followers are really happy with that. For example, my mom, I think she said she's happy with like 15 or something a year. But my goal is well over 20, guys, for this year. So I'm hoping that this is the start of what I've been waiting for quite a few months now. If you are, I guess, sitting on the fence, now is probably a good time to put money in, now in the next month, and join us for the journey. That being said, there's no rush, guys. We're going to keep refining what we do. It's going to keep getting better, and we're going to keep building this portfolio and this strategy over the next few years together. Anyway, that's enough of my rambling. I really appreciate you if you've made it this long, and welcome. Hope to see you next time. See you later, guys.